Hey folks, couldn't fix the sound problems on the last video, so we just decided to start over. Let's talk about Elenin, more specifically some dates to watch. As much as we hate picking dates like this, and we think this prophecy stuff is junk, we can't help the fact that September 11th served up a real world coinciding with the Elenin timeline. Now this tiny comet is no threat and no massive object is behind it, but it's nothing to scoff at. Now we won't rehash all the coincidences here that make us believe in the timeline, but the 26th was picked because the Elenin conjectures and oppositions with the Sun and Earth appear to signify important times. Now admittedly, even while we watch Starscream show the time wave from Hitler's rise to power jump forward to that exact time, we remain very skeptical of any significance of the date. Now, while many closed their eyes in more ways than one on the evening of the 27th, we were a bit frantic over what had transpired over the previous 48 hours, and what's happened since then has done very little to stay those feelings. First, truly, the geomagnetic storm was the strongest in years. It almost delivered that blow that shoveled shit onto the fan. We were very close. The Earth was not entirely unaffected. There were an unusually large number of electrical incidents in that time, including power outages, navigation failures on airplanes, train signal failures, nuclear incidents, communications failures. Our magnetosphere is still fading and the sun has been hitting the gym. It's going to be a really rough solar maximum, if you will. As if this weren't bad enough, the interstellar energy cloud that is invading our system is going to have, well, we don't really know what it's going to do to us, but renowned scientist Alexei Dmitriev said that this could be cataclysmic for life on Earth, a true extinction level event. A lot of people believe that this magnetic ribbon is, or this photon belt, or whatever this energy cloud is one of the things that is going to help push us over the edge during this time. If you want to know more about this, Mega's video is linked below, and it'll serve as a good first step if you want to do your own research. Now we continue to see Earth changes on a cosmic level. Both the Canary Islands and Iceland are offering volcanic danger, not to mention the Tambora volcano in Indonesia. Earthquakes are still raising questions on a weekly basis, the climate. And this natural stuff is only half of the story of September 26th and why it was important. The other half is the worldwide exposure of Occupy Wall Street and the ripple effect of a shift in conscious or an awakening. Now, regardless of what you think of Occupy Wall Street or who's behind it or trying to capitalize from it, the movement is monumental and will greatly affect both this nation and the entire world if it's allowed to continue. Now, although it began days earlier, the 26th is the day when the mainstream media began covering the story, and that's the day when it began to pick up steam and really begin to spread. Now, since then, there's been an avalanche of allegations, stereotyping, name-calling, judging, fighting, and some discussion, leading right up to the United States of planet Earth and their newest excuse to flex their military-industrial muscle. Meanwhile, Washington Incorporated is beginning to realize there's no way out of the mess they've made. It's all coming together. This roller coaster hit apex and began its descent in this time. With that, we suggest awareness of other important dates according to the Elenin timeline. This Sunday, October 16th, Elenin will be closest to the Earth, and on 11/22/11, Elenin will be in opposition, with Earth between it and the Sun. If you watch MR2 Tough and you saw his two-part message called My Take, you also have a window into the minds of the observers. We talk to MR2 regularly, and these connections between everything, our role as both creators and the created, positive and negative, our system of inequality that puts one person over another, these are the things that we talk about. What's happening now has been building for longer than we can realistically comprehend, from the whole universe down to the mirror image of a brain cell. From a nerve ending to lightning to a bare tree in winter, the universe and all of the knowledge inside it is contained in constant co-creation, which also serves to connect the dots finally and bring the knowledge to light, which is what we're building towards now. Now this confluence could happen soon. December 2012, October 28th of this year. If you remember our video about the calm before the storm, we are rapidly approaching the time when the hammer falls. We don't know how it will come or whether it will be a devastation, symbol of hope, or deception, but it's coming, and while we cannot know the hour, we cannot ignore the clues. In the sky, under our feet. And in many of our hearts, we are beginning to feel what we have known for a while. That now is the time to be prepared. It is the greatest time to be alive, and it is our last chance to save the human race. We are huge underdogs. Lights, camera, action. Here we go, people. Be safe.